Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Coffee with Creatives.
Hi, good morning. How's everyone out there? Thanks for being with us this morning.
Yes, thank you so much. I am Rebecca Bertoldi. I'm a digital marketer.
I'm Tara Bratz. I'm interior designer.
Welcome to our show. So, we have lots of fun things planned for today. So, we are going to start with, we're just going to dive into our coffee cups because we have a lot to go through. You want to start with yours, Tara?
Sure, I would love to. Okay, here's mine.
Oh, move it up a
Just
little
do
bit.
your job.
There you go. Oh, down a little. There you go.
It
All right.
also is polka dot inside. Can you see it?
Oh, I can see that. Yes. I didn't even realize that.
Came from my favorite store, Anthropology.
Nice. um, my cup today, let's see if I can get this in there. It says, "Shh, me and my coffee are having a moment. I'll deal with you later." So, with an angry kitty. So, yeah, we have a bunch to go through. So, Sarah, you want to kick us off with how your Hobbit themed party was this weekend?
Yes, so I had quite a weekend, super busy. Truck arrived early in the morning on Friday. I got it loaded, had it down to Waterford to the temple, and there was a lot of different movements going on, a lot of delayed time, which happens from time to time. Not everything goes as planned, so we just kind of had to pivot fast. And with that being said, I was ready to go at 9 a.m. to find out that I couldn't be back there till 8:30 p.m.
Oh, no. That
So
is
in the mix, yeah. So in the mix of it all, I staged a house,
nice.
or at least I started to. So I'm excited for that. I had the
Nice.
truck, so I might as well just go ahead and do it. Get what I could in there. So I will
Now,
talk to you about that briefly later. But
do you rent a truck each time that you are doing something like this?
I do. I'm actually looking for a box truck. That's the next on my list to have.
Okay.
Um, that way, it just falls under my business and
Right.
everything's here for me.
Got it.
Um, but I have to say, it was very, um, it was a lot of fun to put this together for the clients. A lot of moving parts can be stressful at times, but that's only because you and I know, Rebecca, everything's in my head and I can't really explain that to anybody that's helping. So a lot of movement running, but it came out and everybody was so excited and happy, and that's all that really matters.
Awesome.
So the
I'm actually
crew
pulling
and the staff were
I'm pulling up the
amazing.
pictures now. So I'm going to start sharing the pictures while you tell us about them. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, so that was the drink station, which was sitting on wine barrels. So that was very decorative and took a long time to put together. But again, if you have watched previous shows for us with Rebecca and I, you had seen that I had created that in the barn beforehand, which meant I had to take it down from the barn, pack it up, and redesign it when I got there.
Man, I hope you.
So
I couldn't remember where everything goes every time. These I thought were
there,
so freaking cute, like amazing.
the kids were so happy and so excited. They couldn't wait to run to a tree stump and sit down.
That's the best.
Yeah.
And now, what are we seeing here? Because this just feels like a whole lot.
Yeah, so I had to create a photo booth
Right.
so that they could take pictures. So that was their little setup. They could sit on the stool right there, and everybody was taking pictures and laughing and smiling. And it was just a joyful, time for everybody to come together and celebrate. So it was nice.
That's so cool. And did you sit down and take a selfie of yourself there, or
No,
you got to have more fun at your events, Sarah?
I'm not so great at that, remembering to do that. That's another angle.
Yeah,
There's the yeah.
that is just
And then
so.
if you could see the top of so I didn't decorate the table because I figured the kids were just gonna eat and, do whatever. So I gave them space. But in a typical design, I would have had something going down the center of the table. But because I couldn't do that, I had moss hanging from the top of the table. So I did purchase these metal clamps with, piping so that I could hang the moss coming down, which you will see in other pictures moving forward.
Okay,
There's a little bit more.
how cool.
Yeah, it's hard to capture with the camera. So, um,
No, I'm sure it feels different when you're sitting there and you're eating and you're just surrounded by all the green and fun.
yeah, right, right. So, yeah, it's
Wow.
all the furniture to bring in. So to the right was a drink station. So we had lemonade and other drinks in there in the glass dispensers. And the
Hmm.
table next, which you will see in a better photo, was the dessert table that I had to create.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm
So,
being honest, mine is still my favorite, but this is pretty awesome.
thanks.
And did you have the leaves behind there or no?
No, that was on the wall, which actually kind of went with my theme
Yeah.
color wise. I was a little concerned about that because when you go into a hall or you decorate, there could be a lot of pictures on the wall that you can't remove or a lot of decor behind it, which you might see in some pictures moving forward. There was some pictures. Actually, I shouldn't say some. There was a lot of pictures on the wall in this hall in the temple. So it was really hard to capture it without being distracted. But
Hmm.
here, not so.
Okay. Man, how
Yeah,
much moss did you buy?
a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of mushrooms too. But it helped because I had a lot of woods, behind either my parents or my house to be able to get the wood. So tree
Good.
stumps and stuff like that. So it was good.
Nice. The dessert looks wonderful. Oh, what's this?
That was a candy station, so that they were able to pack candy on their way out the door. However, um, everybody was just there enjoying it as the day went on. So it was nice. They were
Nice.
very excited to see the candy.
Of
It's
course,
a
they're
big hit.
very cool.
Yeah,
That's
just
cool.
different angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where did you get like these Twix and Snickers that are green?
So that was Halloween candy left over, but that was from the client. So I don't
Oh,
supply any of the food,
right.
so a lot of that was brought in.
That's
And
interesting.
then I move it around and present it.
I would never think to like put a lantern underneath.
No, I just wanted to give some light,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I like
I
it.
can move.
It's just something I
Yeah.
would never think of.
Those lanterns came from a marketplace on Facebook. I met this lady, such a nice lady in Mystic, and she
Mhm.
was selling them. She was actually a retired florist.
Oh,
So I made a nice connection with her in the lanterns she used for weddings and whatnot. So it was great. You
nice.
never know
Yeah.
where your paths are going to connect.
Yeah.
And then the family, had photos of their vacation or where they had lived for 6 months. So it was definitely in that photo. There's, a lot of Hobbit decor in that photo because that's where they were. So
Cool.
scattered photos throughout. There's my mushrooms hanging from the kids' table.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe that's the last one we have there.
Yeah, so it was a good day. It was a good day. It was a very busy weekend for me.
Oh, I bet. Awesome. Well, good job on
Yeah,
that. I'm glad that they
thank
loved
you.
it and that they had a magical day. Even though
Yeah, we
setup didn't
did.
sound so magical, but you got it and you did it.
Yeah, just, there's always going to be moving parts no matter what you do.
Of
So
course.
it's just you have to learn how to pivot and you know, be all right to move quick or not so
Mhm.
quick. And I just pivoted to another location really quick and got other work done. So it worked out.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, I
Well,
want to mention one thing though.
mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people behind the scenes and um, the crew that they had in the kitchen was so kind and so nice to me, and I just want to send out a thank you to everyone. Rustic Streets was the food company that, we worked with, and
Mm-hmm.
they were absolutely amazing. Ben is the owner of the food truck. So eventually I'd like to get some of his pictures out there to share as well. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can do some of that next time, just so
Sure.
he, is out there as well. The food was amazing. So, and then I'll get some information on like the DJ that was there and everything else. So there was a lot of people in the room, a big team to put this together. And I thank the clients, for remembering me and letting me be a part of their special day. So I just wanted to add that because without them, I couldn't have done it alone. So,
Right.
and my crew moving everything and just the support all the way around. So thank you.
Awesome. I'm sure they were very thankful for you as well.
Mm.
And speaking of thankful, before we dive into our Thanksgiving fun, I just wanted to share. Tara's going to take over like the Thanksgiving tips, but I'm going to share my tip of the week for marketing. This is a fabulous time of year to show your gratitude and how thankful you are to your clients. So take a moment to make them feel special. I like to give gifts more around Thanksgiving than I do or maybe around the holidays, because once you get around the holidays, you're getting a lot of businesses will get corporate gifts from other businesses and that kind of thing. And you really want to make sure that yours isn't just getting thrown in the mix of everybody else. So make something, um, sending it out for Thanksgiving just allows you to say that you're grateful for them, that you're thankful, and that you can give them a little something that makes them smile. It doesn't always have to be expensive, just something that makes them smile. So that's my tip for you, is to stand out by sending out your gifts a little early, like about now, and yeah, and they will be thankful for you. So, all right, now let's dive into our Thanksgiving. So, we have a couple things. We're going to share some stories, and then Tara's going to show us some fun ways to decorate our table and get that ready to go, especially if you're hosting Thanksgiving. I think a lot of my stories are around when I was hosting, and that's where the funny ones are anyway. Um, I grew up going to very big tables of family for Thanksgiving dinner. So I don't know, like in our family, they would make food for 100 people, it felt like. And then there would only be like, 25 of us there. So it was one of those things that there was always leftovers. But like on the like in the Italian families, if you have leftovers, they consider that um, then you've made enough. If you run out, you have not made enough. So I think that's where that came from, is not running out of food. But man, like I remember one year, so my grandmother did it for a while on my mom's side, and then my Aunt Teresa took over as my grandmother stopped wanting to, cook all day. And she deserved to be cooked for. But we had uh, it was an odd situation where I was living in California. I had come back, and there was somebody that worked at the same company as me, but she was in New York and she had zero family. So of course I invited her to come to Thanksgiving. Now she was this tiny, skinny little thing, and she's sitting there like every time. And I gave her the heads up ahead of time. I'm like, they're going to want you to eat a lot. So, don't look hungry. And sure enough, she would eat, like, get a little bit on her plate, eat it. And then my aunt would come by and be like, come on, you got to put something else on your plate. So it was like constantly filling it. And she's looking at me like, oh my, and it's kind of the same way, Tara, that you looked at me that day when they were putting all the food in front of you at the restaurant. Uh, they look at me like, oh my God, how much food do you expect me to eat? And it's like, you look around the table, like we're all pretty big people, so we could eat. But if you are going to an Italian's house for Thanksgiving, if you just keep a little something on your plate, they won't feel like you're not eating. So just pretend they're slow bites.
I eat like a bird.
Yeah. And another one was, so when we moved here to this house in Connecticut, I was hosting, like I've always, I don't want to say always hosted Thanksgiving, but like out in California, I was hosting. When I lived in New York, not so much. I didn't have a place that was really conducive for that. And now I'm lucky to have a dining room. And for the first couple of years, I spent like hours figuring out how to fold napkins so that they would be pretty at the table. Only to find out, like one year I was like, all right, guys, I have a great napkin design plan for you. And they were like, what are you talking about? You fold the napkins? I'm like, all right. That's the last time we're going to do that. Nobody's even paying attention. But
I learned that. Yeah, I learned that when I was like 10 years old. My aunt always folded napkins different ways. So I was always intrigued by her. So that's too funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of different designs out there and styles, and at
Yeah.
least now I just have the napkin ring things, and that's fine.
I was making Christmas trees for one Christmas Eve, and my niece, who's 7, really watches. And she's like, show me, show me, show me. So,
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah, it's kind of neat because my aunt had taught me, so I could teach her. It's just kind of neat how that goes.
I'd be watching too at my age, not even at 7. I think what started it was like the first year we were in this house, there was a show on HGTV called, I think it was like Table Wars, where they would compete with their table decor for different events and holidays. Not that I was in competition mode, but I was like, oh my God, we got to do something with this table. And the reality is, like, everything gets moved off the table before we eat anyway, just about. So, but it's really about, just it all becomes about the food. And even though I have a server, it's too covered in crap to actually use.
I have a question for you. So, is your food placed on the table so everybody's moving dishes around, or is it more get up, serve, and come back with your plate?
It's more everyone's moving dishes around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have that in our house. Everybody gets up, gets, kind of it's like serves themselves and yeah, and then sits back down. So my decor actually does stay there, which is nice.
I feel like again, I do have the server in there, and that was the whole point of getting it. But then I was like, ooh, flowers, and I can put a wreath up here, and now it's just all decorative. It went the complete opposite way. I tried to set up, like, one year I tried to do like a little card table on the side, and ended up just cutting off the flow of people moving around completely. So yeah, now we just get in it, and it's not like, well, and here I am trying to add another dish this year. I was going to say, but we usually have enough room for it. But yeah, I was going to try to do, assuming my squash is still good outside. I was going to try to do the butternut squash this year.
Oh, we have that every year. It's so delicious.
Yeah. So how about you? What do you normally go to your parents for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so my parents, they have, a good size living room to support all of us. So
Hmm.
it's just my brother and I, when this all had started, and then his new family is rather large. So there's probably 25 of us, which from, my brother and I to having 25 people is big for us. So it's nice. His family, does celebrate it with us. So it's all good on my side, it's kind of small, but that's all right. And my aunt and uncle used to come down from Boston, so that's where my family is from.
Oh,
Um, and I always enjoy the holidays seeing them. It was so nice to have them come down from Boston because they didn't always come down. It was always for like a special holiday, but
right.
child memories of having my cousins near me. It was just amazing. It's such a nice time. I wish that my uncle has since passed, so it's pretty sad. But my aunt, hopefully we can see them for the holidays. My cousin lives in New York, and he has his own catering company and party planning company in New York.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we're very much alike. He's in New York world, I'm in Connecticut world.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're kind of a good, like, almost halfway point, you know,
Hmm.
so they can all come to
Right.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So
I do
nice.
remember like years of like when we all used to gather together at my grandmother's. Um, there would be just so much food. But it was really nice to see my cousins and catch up and see how they're doing and all that. Now it, everybody has lives now and kids and of
Hmm.
their own, and it's harder and harder to get together. But
So true.
we still push for it because yeah,
That's
it's like
nice.
yeah.
Now, how many people are you expecting for your day?
We'll have 8, including us, so not too bad.
Okay. Okay.
I'll have
Well, that's good.
like we eat at my grandmother on my father's side. We have her kitchen table,
Okay.
her dining table, and it seats 8 with you. Well, I feel like she used to get more around the table. Honestly, I wonder if I'm missing a leaf. But anyway, um, because it does, because they used to like have it in, and then they would expand it for the holidays. But I could have swore there was more. Um, like it fit like 10 people. But
Hmm.
either way, I have 8 chairs, so that's where they're gonna sit.
Okay.
And yeah, it's gonna be great. There's always an abundance of dessert that comes this way, and they better take it home this year. We like to get like these takeout containers so that when people leave, they have containers to just
That's
go
nice.
home with. Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Nice. Well, that's good.
So
I'm
yeah,
looking forward to it. I can't wait to see, and I know I talked about this last time. I can't wait to see the Macy's Day Parade.
yeah.
I hope that I'm awake in time because I have to
Mhm.
work a midnight shift at Mohegan
Oh,
night before. So
right.
hopefully, hopefully I see it.
Well, I'm sure that these days there's a replay happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, cool. So you think you're ready to dive into some we did have a few more. Some of your photos that you sent for the table.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right, so set us up. As Tara sent over, she's going to show us how to make our tablescapes a little bit more interesting and fun. So go ahead. I'll get this ready.
Okay, so when you have a large table with a lot of people, you want to make sure that you use obviously the center of the table, but you want to have some highs and lows to it, some candles too, if possible. This is just a quick picture of what a table centerpiece could look like. Use metal and pottery and different textures here. Um, so it's just using a piece of pottery, right, and using different highs and lows in place. I use textured beads hanging off the bowl. to the right of the screen with a pumpkin to the right. That is more of a grapevine texture. But you can put anything in here. You could put anything really. It's just a matter of having highs and lows on your table, but you don't want to have them too high because then you can't see anybody across the table. And if
Right.
you do decide to do anything high as your centerpiece, make sure that it's glass and it's higher than eye view. So if you have a large room with a high ceiling, you can support highs. And what I mean by that is like really big arrangements on your table. Just I would use glass bottoms so you can actually see through it.
Interesting. Now, even if it's like a a glass bottom, I think that feels like it's not blocking things off. Is that why you
Right.
do that? Okay.
Yes. And it's not going to confine you. You're not going to feel like there's actually a wall there and you can't see the other person. But definitely, I mean, you could even go out to your yard and find some branches, and stick them in, and those
That-
could be your highs, right?
Yeah.
So, in any flower arrangement that you do use, look around. Things are like sometimes right in front of you and you don't even realize it. Go out, get some branches. There's acorns in your yard. I know that, Rebecca, because I keep eyeing them. And I've picked a handful of them already. So, just see what you have. Acorns, if they're in your driveway, in your yard, pick them up, put them in a bowl.
Yeah.
Leaves, leaves, that's a great starter for anything. If you went out and just picked up branches and acorns and leaves, put the leaves in the bottom of the glass container with some acorns, and then the branches come out.
Hmm.
Easy. Just as easy as
Easy.
that, right?
And if any
So
of you need
yeah,
leaves, my yard is full of them still. So, by all means. Yeah,
yeah.
no,
So
that's pretty cool, and I like the idea of using the stuff around us and not having to go out and buy new things all the time.
right. It could just be right there, So um and then this one here it's kind of hard to see because I didn't have a lot of time this weekend to prepare myself to actually really show you, but this one here is just a metal bowl.
Mhm.
Um and I found a wreath, a grapevine wreath, and I just added eucalyptus and whatever else I could find. But you could add anything. Again, you could add leaves to a bowl. Grapevines are great. There's bittersweet out there you can pick, which I found some, and that's what's going to go on the table for Thanksgiving. So sometimes bittersweet does grow pretty high, so you can't really get to them. But if you have low bittersweet with the orange and red berries, those are something that you could use as well.
Hmm.
I always like using candles, and you don't always have to have them as a tapered candle. You could find something like a glass, object where you could place the candle in it. Now, that in front of you, you will not believe what that is. That is part of a lamp.
Oh.
It's a globe for a lamp,
Oh wow.
and I just took it apart and I put a candle in it. So it reflects light, right? So
Yeah.
anything that is glass, round, square, whatever it may be. And if you see something, whether it's in a flea market, side of the road, think past of what it looks like. What if you take it apart? What could I do with this?
Yeah.
You never know. You might find it on your Thanksgiving Day table.
That's really cool. I love those tips. Is that
Yeah,
rosemary
it's
in
just
there?
it could be. I just grab whatever. I may
Okay.
not know what it is called. You're not gonna find me in the kitchen cooking, but I like texture, so
I did go out and do my food shopping yesterday in person. Normally, I have my groceries delivered because it actually saved quite a bit of money by not seeing everything else that's available. Like we just have a list, we stick to the list. Um,
oh, that's
but I went out and I braved Walmart yesterday.
I
And
know. How did that go?
oh, well, one of the
I
things
know
I do, yeah, we were on
we
the
were
phone right
talking
as
about
I
it
was
on your
going
way there. We were,
in.
yeah, it's like, I hope you bring your patients with you.
Yeah, I brought my earbuds and I brought music. So I
Good,
listen
good,
to calming music when I'm like when there's just so many people around and you got, you know, parents screaming at
yeah,
kids and all that fun stuff. So it's definitely stressful, but I make sure that I'm you know, trying to save my sanity a bit. You know. So in there, of course, I because I had made my whole menu and then I made the list of what to get, and I stayed within budget. But of
oh,
course, I
good.
forgot stuff. So, but when I was in there, there's just I noticed that like there's a lot of things that were gone. Like so, chicken broth was really rough to find. I'm like down on my hands and knees at trying to get the bottom shelf because they're all the way in the back. There was extra chicken broth back there. And like I got the cart in front of me and I'm like, you know, I'm by myself and I feel like I'm 70 because I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get up off the floor after getting this chicken broth? And like, if somebody steals my purse, there's no way I'm getting them right now. So all these thoughts are going through my head as I'm reaching for the chicken broth. I was like, okay.
My goodness.
So it was an experience. And then like, you know, nobody, I think everybody has to check themselves out now there. So it's, yeah. And then they give you the crappiest bags.
Yeah, it's all time, right? Time, patience,
Right.
trying to be patient, right? It's
And
tough.
and then part of me like I'm walking in there and to the right I see the Christmas section. Like I see all the lights and the trees and I'm like drawn that way. I'm like, no, 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 it's not Christmas yet. It's not Christmas yet. That was tough to stay away from that section.
That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, it's that's the kind of day it was. But I did it. It's done. The thing that I
Hmm.
forgot, I asked my mother to get, so I don't have to go back, and that's it. I start cooking
Okay.
Wednesday,
Okay.
and then yeah, because I don't. Well, when we design my next kitchen, we're gonna have a double oven,
Yes.
um, which will make Thanksgiving a lot easier and not have to be 2 days. But yeah, so that'll
Well,
all work.
that's exciting. That'll be good.
Yeah, it's one of those
Nice.
things. Like Wednesdays, I usually you know, kind of take it easy. Like, well, I guess over the 2 days, it's not so bad because I'm not like straight up cooking for 2 straight days. I can get some of it done on Wednesday, like the mashed potatoes and the squash and all those kinds of sides I can get done. And then I can prep
Hmm.
everything for the next morning. Of course, they also didn't have any herbs at Walmart, or not the herbs I was looking for anyway, meaning rosemary. So if that's rosemary, I may come take it. I don't know if I have any more out in
You
the.
can have it. I don't know what to do with it except decorate with it.
It's yeah, I have to go check all my pots outside and see if anything has survived. I mean, like last year, my rosemary survived the whole winter. So the one up
Yeah.
top didn't, but the one down below did. So hopefully there's some. I like to put the herbs in the bottom of the pan when it's cooking. It makes the house
Oh,
smell so
I
good. And
bet.
as it starts with the drippings and everything else, like all those drippings end up going into the gravy at the end. So it's a really nice, like I just keep it as a bundle of herbs in there so I can pull it out, but it adds so much flavor and fragrance to the house. It's so good.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I know. I can't wait. I'm excited for this Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope you all out there are going to have a fabulous Thanksgiving yourself. And
Yes.
if you guys make any of your centerpieces or any kind of table decor, please share them with us. Put them in the Coffee with Creatives Facebook group.
Yeah.
We want to see what you're doing. And yeah, and we are very thankful for all of you that tune in each week. We know we have some loyal fans out there that continue to tell us how much they enjoy the show, and we're so happy that you're enjoying it. For
Yes,
next
that's
year,
so nice.
yeah. And then for next year, we have some guests lined up already. So it's going to be even more fun. And we have some more people with us.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to the new year too.
Yeah. And we are going to not be live next week, next Monday. It's going to be coming off of a crazy holiday weekend. So we're going to skip next Monday, but we will see you the following. And we're going to take pictures. And Tara, do you decorate your family's table for Thanksgiving?
I do. My brother does the cooking and I do the tables.
That works.
Yeah.
You can do my table if you
Yeah.
want.
Okay.
So yeah, I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous holiday, and that you can still breathe and move on Friday, and after all that food. So yeah.
Yeah. If anybody's looking for, I just want to throw this out there because now that Thanksgiving will be over by the time, we reconnect here,
Mhm.
if you're looking for any Christmas decorations, decor,
Oh,
want me to come help you with your decor, I can certainly help you decorate for Christmas, wreaths, sprays, centerpieces as well. So
nice.
just keep me in mind for that because, it's going to come quick
Hmm.
and then the 4 weeks go by fast. So I'm just letting you know that I'm available for that if you are looking for that service. So
Yeah, what we can do is put a few pictures and your contact info inside the group so that people can go in and get an idea of what you can create and then reach out.
yeah, even if there's some businesses, I know there's one that, could possibly be coming my way in Mystic. So they're looking for wreaths and Christmas decor. So if you have a restaurant, if you have a small business, if you have a business, I'm very interested to help you with that as well. So it doesn't always have to be residential, it can be commercial too.
Nice. Yeah. And we'll put some picture, and Tara makes some great wreaths if you guys haven't seen them. So we'll put some pictures of her wreaths inside of the Coffee with Creatives Facebook group. And then you can, tell her what style you like and she's going to make it yours.
Yeah. Or whatever size as well. So
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Well, I hope you all have a fabulous week. Remember, be kind out there. I know it's tough with the seasons coming and the holiday traffic, but remember, always think of others as well. So,
Definitely. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. And yeah, bye for now.
bye. Take care. Have a good week.
Hang on. All right. Sorry, we got some comments in there about your Hobbit photos in the
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. I meant to tell you that before, that I was gonna cancel next Monday just because I'm
That's
gonna be
good.
a zombie.
I will be too. Do you know that my bracelet broke that I bought the holiday
No.
last
Oh, come
year?
on. How did it break?
I found it on the floor. The whole thing came apart. The chain fell off. The clasp fell off.
I would
I
bring it
can
back.
fix it, but what the heck,
Yeah, I would reach out to her and be like, I'm sorry, this fell apart.
Mm-hmm. So I don't even have it a month.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
You
see.
have her information, right? You have her contact.
I do. All right, no, you
Okay.
don't need to play the video. I just lived the video. I don't need to watch it. Just want to see the comments. Very cool. Yeah. But if you want to take like our week off, maybe and get together and come up with a schedule of like topics and stuff that we want to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe plan a month out at a time if we can. And
Okay.
then, yeah, and then we can be more prepared and we can promote it. Like I've been telling people this week that you were going to talk about Thanksgiving table stuff and they were excited. So
Hopefully that helped. I did it like within 10 minutes downstairs
yeah,
before you went on because I was like, I have to have something. But I think whatever I talked about helped a little bit versus not.
yeah.
Right? You think?
I mean, I
Okay.
love the tip of like, you don't have to spend a ton of money, especially right now. Like people are broke, and I like the tip of
Yeah.
not having to spend a ton of money to make something pretty when we can just go outside.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, or take something apart like a lamp.
Yeah. Hey, I did this similar thing. There was a clearance lamp, and I'm like, okay, well, I need a shade for one lamp, and then I
Mm-hmm.
ended up using the other part for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? So sometimes it's like literally like right in front of you and you don't even know it.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So, well, so did they say a lot or because I can't see it, so I don't know what they said about the Hobbit stuff.
Joy was saying, I'm trying to get
Oh,
her to do it without playing the freaking video, but it's not happening.
oh, that's
Okay, there we
okay.
go.
So I can always look back at it.
Yep, I see it. So she said, absolutely wonderful, Tara. So much fun. I've been anticipating seeing these pictures, and you have no idea how impressed I am with your creativity.
Oh, that's nice. She's so sweet.
Yeah. I wonder if that means
I
she's
really,
back.
I really bonded with her quite a bit. It was
I
so
love it.
nice,
Yeah.
so kind.
She is.
We should get together because she's in Connecticut, right?
No,
Or
she's
no?
New York, but she's not, she's,
But we could always go down and see her if you wanted to. I'll go with you.
yeah. I actually have to soon, I don't know when, the next 10 days,
Okay.
somebody's order is going to be ready and that I have to pick up in Stamford. So I was going to see if she wanted to meet for lunch or something, if you want to do that with me.
I would love to.
I don't want to go all the way to New York because then my father would be like, why didn't you come here?
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't have to. We
Yeah.
could.
It's like,
Yeah,
let's
if
go
you
to
want the
Stamford.
company and I'm not intruding on your
No,
day
not
with
at all.
her, I'd love to.
Yeah. I I also I talked to my father yesterday.
Your dad.
Yeah. Because
How was he?
I don't know, it kept popping in my head to call him. But he actually sounded
Right.
better, and apparently he has a new roommate there. They have a new tenant basically that
Mm-hmm.
has 3 dogs.
Oh,
So he's loving life with being able to play with dogs, but not being responsible to take care of them. So he's enjoying that, which is good.
yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So Mittens has something he's taking upstairs, and I hear the tick tick tick.
You know what my cat would do? She would go up into Foster's room every morning and bring me his dirty socks. She must have felt bad for me.
That's funny.
And she'd make this noise like she caught them. And she'd bring them right to me and plop them right in front of me.
That means that she likes you. That she was
Yeah, she
bringing
was
you something dead, which the socks must have been.
bad. It must have been stinky.
Yeah.
And she was like, you poor lady, you have to deal with him. Here you go. Until one day she brought his underwear and she almost died coming down the stairs. She got
Oh.
tangled in it. I was like, oh my God. This is so funny. I love that cat.
Yeah, I think you'd have God, if you could have a barn cat. I just hate that your house is, well, it's not a busy road, but it's a main enough road to not want an outside cat.
Yeah. No, because the animals will eat it, I think.
Oh, well then, yeah, you don't want that either.
No, I just wish I could find like a little cat that. You know what I don't like? There's two things about cats. I don't like their claws. One,
Mm-hmm.
but I know they need them, and I don't like the smell of their urine if they were
Yeah,
to pee. Like
yeah.
it really would bother me. It would make me probably psycho. So I can't have one.
Well, so like the litter box we use was pretty. It was okay with one cat. Now that we have two, it's a bit. Those two
Hmm.
fucking pee like crazy, and man,
Right.
Mitten's
And
poop is like human. But anyway, I don't know what the hell he's eating, but it's awful.
my God, I just
But
don't know if I can do it.
well, the one that we got is the one that automatically moves it to a thing, and then you just take the bag out and go. Like it's combs the litter for you.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
So do you have a busy day?
I've kept today and tomorrow not so busy so I can get work done. I'm like 95% caught up. I worked all weekend too, but
Yeah.
then I need to get somebody. I'm like overdrawn, so I have to get somebody to pay something today.
Yeah.
I placed
All
an
right.
order for Serve Pros tote bags, and then an insurance company's because Johnny O is actually giving me a bunch of business. So, and then there was an insurance company that needed binders that hold all their client stuff. So I
Hmm.
placed both of those orders, and I'm just waiting to see if I calculated it right, because then I can actually take some money out of my business account. But I just don't know if I calculated it properly. So
I
yeah,
see. I see.
the
There
first
was
one,
a. Oh, go ahead.
the first one I did calculate properly, so I was proud of that.
Oh. I would like to have like they do in like I don't know. I want to have my logo on like stitched on the back of my jacket, but I don't know. You guys do that? Can you do that or not? Like I would have
Yeah,
to bring
so
the
there's a
jacket.
guy right down the road there that we just have to give him your logo, and then he'll do the embroidery.
Is he in Baltic?
Yeah,
That's what I thought. Okay. Okay.
it's like J&D embroidery and
Yeah,
silk screening or something like that.
that's what I thought.
But
Okay.
they give me good prices there. They give
They
me
do.
true,
Okay.
so it wouldn't be much. I mean, you're talking about it's probably a one-time setup fee of like $30.
Yeah.
So once they did like get your logo in their system and figure out the thread counts and all that, how big are you thinking for that?
Like a good size.
Does it
Yeah.
have to be stitched? That's going to get
Well,
expensive.
it would be expensive, right?
Yeah. We
I
could
guess
do
it
a
doesn't have
screen
to be. Yeah.
versus stitching. Like for the
Right.
embroidery, you want to save for smaller logos.
Okay.
And then we're,
But we could do a screen.
yeah,
Could
we
they
could.
too? I don't mean to cut you off. It's just a delay. Um, then what about like putting like the back of the truck, that photo, not just of like me, but like I have one of just the truck with the flowers falling off, and then doing some sort of like Towerly interior design with my stamp and my logo. Could they, is there some way that they could put that on the jacket too?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, okay.
They can't down there, but I have a guy in New York that can make the floor color one and then send it to us.
Oh, all
Actually,
right. And then, yeah.
so at the last polka dot meeting, Roberta Brown gave me
Mm-hmm.
her sublimation printer, which is what that is. You would want it printed as a sublimation so you can iron it on, and then it feels like it's part of the fabric.
Oh, really? Okay.
So she gave me that printer. It's still in the back of my car, but which I
Okay,
remembered
so we could.
yesterday at Walmart. I was like, oh, gotta get this inside. But we may be able to do it here.
Oh, okay, because that's just something that I've been wanting to do. So,
Yeah. In worst case, we send it down to the guy in New York and he mails it back. That's not a big deal.
okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I'm gonna get the jacket clean then, because it's a white jean jacket that I wanted on.
Oh, the one you
But
wear all the time?
I don't, I don't know. I think I do wear it a lot. I don't know if it's
The
the
one
same
that you
one because
wore at the no, because that says love on the back, I think.
no, I don't think you've seen it yet. It's
Okay.
like a oversized jean jacket, but it's white. So
Okay. You are so
yeah,
brave to wear white clothes.
I know, but I feel like it's dirty, so I gotta go get it cleaned.
Yeah, definitely get it cleaned, and then we'll do some if we ended up printing it here, we'll do some testing. We'll just get some like denim fabric just to test on.
Okay.
And then yeah, and if that doesn't work, then we can bring it to the other dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And then I
All
have the
right, I
that's, up to 15 by 15 inch.
oh, okay. I have to talk to this guy today about power washing my house, so he's gonna give me a quote on that, and then because it's just filthy and I want it cleaned because I don't want the snow to fall and then have a dirty house, with
Right.
the snow. So I
You know,
have to have that done.
the other thing I thought of was there was this guy that visited our BNI or Northeast Networking Group, not BNI.
Yep.
He is up that way, and apparently everybody else knew him. But he does Christmas decorations for people.
Is it Brandon?
No, his name. I don't like saying his name because it's my ex-husband's name.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It's
Um,
stupid. I have to just get over it. His name is Derek
no, I
Simon.
get it. I get it because when I hear the name Sean, I cringe.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
I'm like, I've never met anybody else after that I cared to talk to that had that name.
Right, right. So he
Um,
does Christmas decor?
so he goes and he'll like climb your roofs and he'll do all that. But I'm wondering if he would be a good like referral partner with you. If he said to them, do you have stuff, do you need a wreath? Do you need this? And
Yeah, I would
yeah,
love to talk to him
and
because there's a
vice
guy
versa.
today that is reaching out to me for that too, but he is located in Mystic.
Ah,
So,
yeah, this
but I would
guy's
like
at
to talk to that guy.
Plainfield, I think.
That's all right. I would love to talk to him because you never know, right? I think I think my biggest conundrum right now is finding somebody to help me move stuff and
Yes.
like
I
stuff
can
like
give you
that
that
because
couple's information too.
okay. Um
He should have. There he is. I found him. He also owns Tri-State Power Washing. That's funny.
oh no kidding.
And
And
I
that's
have his
really
number
crazy. They
if
both
you're
do
ready
the
for
same
him.
thing. Okay, go ahead.
Um, it's 860-208-5433.
Okay.
And it's
And
Derek
he does the Christmas
Nordman.
decor too.
Yeah, that's what he was in there. He's like, I do power washing, but this time of year it's Christmas decor. So
All right, so it's Derek.
Nordman,
Can you spell Derek?
Derek.
Norman.
Nord, Nordman.
There's such a delay that I'm like, I don't know what she's saying. Okay, thank you.
I can share my screen and show you if you
No, I
need
got
it.
it. I got it. I think I could hear you.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
just let me say the number back because I don't know. 860-208-5433.
yep.
Okay.
I'm so
Okay.
glad that we have everyone digitally check in because then I have access to everybody's information.
Oh, good. Okay. And then
So let
maybe
us
if you
know
could
that I sent you from there.
okay. And then is he young or is he older? Just so
Younger.
I know. Okay, that's perfect. And then what
Yep.
about the moving people that like let me know about that too.
Okay, let me get it
Um
back. Oh, not that Zach. That Zach died. Okay, here he is. You know what I'll do? I'll just reach out to him and make sure that they're
yeah,
still doing that, and then I'll give you his
okay.
info.
All right, perfect.
Perfect.
And then if you're in your groups, if this doesn't work out and you're in your groups, I can't announce it in my group anymore because there's a guy in there that says that he'll help me, but he's super expensive. And And like I asked for a one-on-one with him so I could get to know him a little bit more and see what his pricing would be,
For
and
what?
that so he could get for movers, for movers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he said to me, "Well, I can't meet with you until December." And I'm like, "Well, freaking idiot, I need you now to help me move. Like, I
Yeah.
just want your pricing." But he
Yeah.
didn't want to have a one-on-one with me. And on top of it, he's having one-on-ones with everybody. So I can't figure it out.
That's fucking weird.
And and I'm like, I don't want to hire him because I don't know what his pricing's gonna be. I can't have somebody be like, "Oh, it's gonna be cost this much," because then I'm not gonna make any money.
Right. Like this
But I
guy's
still
gonna
need
pick
them.
up at least.
Yeah. So I mean, I would rent the truck if need be. He would just drive it, and then I would just need two people to help me move
Right.
that would take care of my stuff. They can't break it
Right.
or damage walls as they're coming out. Like,
Of
it's
course.
super important.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. I
All
will reach
right.
out to him and see if
Okay.
he's open to it.
Okay,
Mhm.
perfect.
I think he was located in Preston.
Oh,
So
that's
not too
good.
bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Cool.
cool. Yeah. Well, I thank you. I appreciate you. And then I guess maybe next week we can sit down and talk about that thing we have to fill out.
Yes.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Because Kim Smith, she sent me the link and she
Hmm.
was like, it's super easy to do, but I just would like to go through it with you, whether we have
Right.
to sit down and do it together. But I did talk to the guy at the bank, Kyle, in Baltic, and he was like, don't go through a link. Make sure you go straight to the source of it. So
Okay.
I would just need your guidance. That's all.
Yeah. Once I do it myself, I can better help you.
All right. I mean, I might have to have you come here and help me just because sometimes I'm lost
Yeah, that's
with
fine.
what I'm doing. Okay. All right.
Either that or
All
if
right.
you do Zoom, then you can share your screen and I can just tell you what to click
Oh,
and what to do.
all right. Okay.
That's
All
worst
right.
case. We still have a month. We'll try not to
Okay. All
lose the
right. I'm
month.
not going to worry about it then. I'm not going to worry about
We'll
it.
get it.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. I'm off to stage a house.
Have fun. Take pictures.
I will. Okay.
Have a good day.
All right. You too. All right. Bye bye.